Ladies and gentlemen, we are just over a week away until the launch of Modern Warfare 3, but specifically the launch of the campaign to Modern Warfare 3. It's coming out a week before the actual game. And of course, when that comes out, we'll be playing it on the channel. On top of that, going over all of the story goodness that you guys are going to be looking for. But before it happens, I wanted to talk about something that I feel like not enough people are talking about in regards to Modern Warfare 3. And that is the fact there are multiple different things within Modern Warfare 3 that have never been done before in Call of Duty. This involves not only the multiplayer, which is probably the biggest of the three, but on top of that, also the campaign and zombies this year as well. Each mode has something that has never been done before within Call of Duty ever, the entire franchise completely. And in this video, I'm going to kind of just talk about what those three things are that they have never done, never been addressed. Not once in the franchise has this happened. So there are three major things that I want to talk about. We're going to start by talking about the one that we most frequently talk about on the channel, and that is the campaign. So never in the history of Call of Duty have we had two of the same franchise come out in back-to-back years. So of course, this year we had Modern Warfare 2, and going into the next Call of Duty, we have Modern Warfare 3. So that is one weird thing. To see a story carried over year after year has never been done. Generally speaking, we have 1 to 2 years in between a franchise being released, which of course builds up hype, makes people wonder what is going to happen next. However, this year, we get to see the story continue. And as we saw left off in the end of Modern Warfare 2, we had Vladimir Makarov coming in, and just 1 year later, we are now seeing Vladimir Makarov's return and how he is going to play forward within the Modern Warfare series. But it's not only that to do with the campaign, it's the studio that is working on it. Because as we know, the Modern Warfare franchise is Infinity Ward's baby. They are the ones that work on it, the multiplayer, the campaign, the spec ops, and everything in between. However, that is not what is happening this year. This year, from everything that I've read and everything that I've seen, Infinity Ward is the one that is writing and producing the campaign, in other words, the story of the game. However, multiplayer is being led out by Sledgehammer. Again, this is something, to my knowledge, that has never been done before. Yes, we've had studios come in like Beanox and work on PC ports to the same game, but never has one studio made the campaign and story and another studio has put together the multiplayer. This has never been done before. And speaking of studios, it doesn't just end with the campaign. Because yes, Sledgehammer is working on the multiplayer, Infinity Ward working on the campaign. But we also have something new this year. Again, something that has never been done before. Modern Warfare having a zombies mode. Now again, like it's never been done before, this zombies mode is not round-based whatsoever. This zombies mode is an open-world extraction shooter, specifically PvE. There is no PvP whatsoever, so it's not like DMZ. It is not like Outbreak, because that was kind of still round-based. This is a completely new animal, and it is not being made by Sledgehammer Games, the people who are working on Modern Warfare 3. It is not being made by Infinity Ward, the people working on the campaign. It is being made by the zombie gods themselves, which is of course Treyarch. They're the people that have brought us that round-based mode year after year whenever they release one of their games, and of course the fan favorite mode. This year, it is not a round-based mode. It is a PvE extraction-based shooter that continues the story of the campaign. At least sort of. We know that Viktor Zakhaev is the leading bad guy for it. However, we don't know what is canon and what is not compared to the campaign, and we're not going to know until we get our hands on it. So again, this is something that I'm excited for, to see the story continue and build that out on the channel. I'm really looking forward to learning and finding out more about that zombies mode. But like I said, it has never been done before that 3 different studios are all working on the same game. But here we have Infinity Ward working on campaign, Treyarch working on zombies, and that brings us to our final point, the biggest point, and the biggest thing that has never been done in Call of Duty, and that is the multiplayer. So you may be thinking that this is just a minor detail, things that we could look at like having 3 perks and then a vest, which changes the way that you create your class. Yes, that's never been done in that way, or the fact that they are bringing back classic movement or somewhat classic movement alongside the red dot. But no, that is not what I am talking about. Since we now see that we are having a year after year Modern Warfare game, they're also carrying over all of the weapons, which also means that they are carrying over all of the attachments, which means they are also carrying over all of the camos and the blueprints and everything that is already in Modern Warfare 2. This has never been done before, where 2 years in a row you were able to use the same weapons, multiple different attachments that are already in the game, and they are being brought forward with new weapons being added onto the game. Now, I want to be clear. A lot of people are saying that this is what makes the game a $70 DLC to Modern Warfare 2. The fact that there are no new maps. There actually are the ground war maps, and they're adding war and things like that, but rather the fact that the weapons and blueprints and camos are carrying over into the next game makes this a $70 DLC. But I actually personally believe it is quite the opposite. This has never been done before, and the amount of balancing and changes that they are going to have to make to weapon damages and the way that they work and the way that they perform and the way that they move is a lot, because we are also getting the full set of weapons that are coming with Modern Warfare 3 as well, which all of those attachments are then going to interact with the Modern Warfare 2 weapons. And camos that you can get on the Modern Warfare 3 weapons are going to be available on those Modern Warfare 2 weapons as well. Everything is crossing over, and this has me excited because, one, that is a lot of content to dive into, but two, it also has me worried. Now, you may be wondering, Inkslasher, why would that worry you? And you have to remember that, one, this makes the game files and updates even larger because they have to balance essentially double the amount of weapons as a normal game. On top of that, balancing these weapons and balancing the various different attachments is going to be very difficult for the studio. Now, I will say, the one thing that has been done before is this within Warzone. In fact, we'd had 3 years in a row where all of the weapons between Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and Vanguard all carried over and coagulated into the same game. However, this has never been done within multiplayer, and I find multiplayer almost harder to balance than Warzone for a couple of different reasons that we really don't need to dive into. The point I'm getting at here is that this has never been done before, and to balance this correctly is going to be very, very difficult. Now, some good things with this is people who buy blueprints, buy operators, and buy things like that, they're going to carry over for multiple years of the game, which adds added value to the things that you have bought within game. Now, personally, I'm not someone who really buys bundles at all. In fact, I've never bought a bundle within Modern Warfare 2 whatsoever. I've bought Black Cell and Battle Passes, and those will also carry over, but I've never bought a bundle, so I'm not one of those people who's going to benefit from that. But if you are, all of these things are going to carry over. But what this means is that the download files, the files of Warzone and Modern Warfare 3 are going to be absolutely massive and very difficult to balance. So if they can pull this off, it means a lot for Call of Duty moving forward. Now, you may be wondering why. So I mentioned that this has never been done before within Call of Duty, that we've had 2 series carry over year after year. But based off of leaks that we have seen within the past 2-ish months, it appears as though this may be happening again, because the next game, Call of Duty 2024, is said to be released by Treyarch and be in that Black Ops universe, specifically taking place within the Gulf War era. Cool, right? Well, the year after that, in other words, Call of Duty 2025, is said to do the same thing that Modern Warfare 3 is doing this year. In other words, be a brand new Black Ops game. However, all of the maps are going to be Black Ops 2. The weapons from that Black Ops Gulf War game are going to carry over into that game. And on top of that, it is going to have the same crossover that Modern Warfare 2 does with Modern Warfare 3. So, what does this mean? Essentially, that is most likely what we are going to be getting if Modern Warfare 3 is a success. However, if it's not, we may see something else altogether coming in 2025. This year, Modern Warfare 3 is groundbreaking because the franchise, Call of Duty, has never done this before. And if you ask me, this is a test to see how it works moving forward. So, what can I say to you? Speak with your wallet. If you played the beta and you enjoyed it, buy the game. If you want to see something like this happen again with the Black Ops series, the way to show the developers is by putting your money where your mouth is. If you don't like this, if you think it's a $70 DLC, if you think it's a scam, simply don't buy the game. Me, personally, I am excited for what this is going to do to Call of Duty. Having multiple years of weapons and items carry over, I think could be good for the franchise, and eventually, this would be fingers crossed, lead to a game that is free to play where everything carries over consistently and the map has hundreds of maps and hundreds of weapons and is constantly balanced and is tied in with Warzone. I know that's a pipe dream, but maybe with Xbox and Microsoft taking over, that is less of a dream than we all thought previously. But that is my opinion on it. I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments. If you enjoyed this kind of ranty style video and want to see more like this, hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. We have Modern Warfare 3 right around the corner, so stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, until next time, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making